It's on, we gone. And then, you know, people got liquor in their system, they got drugs in their system, so people not thinking right. You know what I mean? But I'm always the nigga that be, I always pay attention, I always think. I put the plan down, like, Lord, look, we gonna do this, you know what I mean? We gonna do this. Instead of doing that, you know what I mean? Me personally, though, I would have burnt their ass, you know what I mean? No disrespect, I would have burnt their ass down. So when they came out, ain't no reason to play now. It's already on, you feel me? It's already on. Either we gonna leave or we gonna burn these niggas' ass down. And then we possibly can still have a problem with these dudes later on. This dude a killer. I'm Smokecamp Chino, nigga, cut a man, nigga, shout out to AHumbleSoul. You know I'm rocking with you, bro.
AHumbleSoul, man. We checking back in. Live from NYC right now. Linked up with Smokecamp Chino. You know, we've been rapping for a minute behind the scenes, man. Glad you was able to take some time out. I know you in the halfway house right now to make some things work, to link up with me, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, I'm alright, man. You know what I mean? Getting it together, you know what I mean? Getting it together, man.
Oh, for sure. For sure, man. You originally from Detroit.
Right.
I know you represent like the east side, but you done bounced around in different areas, but
yeah.
What made you select NYC? Did you not have the option to go back to Detroit when you got out the feds?
It's just, Detroit is just like, you know what I mean? I don't want to go and fall back into that same pattern. I just don't want to, you know what I mean? I wanted to do some different shit, you know what I mean? Nigga been there his whole life, you know. It's like you be in a certain mentality when you in your comfort zone, where you from, you know what I mean? And I just don't want to go back and fall back to that same shit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And be all, you know, that game mentality, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do something different. So when I go somewhere else, I don't got to look over my shoulder as much. I don't got to be, you know what I mean, like worried about this, what we did to these dudes back in the day. They might got brothers and shit that grew up, you know, motherfuckers putting bodies, you know what I mean, all type of shit. So I don't want to deal with that, you know what I mean? I don't want to be in the halfway house and be a sitting duck. You know, it's in the middle of the trenches, you know what I mean?
Ah, okay. No, for sure.
Yeah, you feel me?
One second, I'm gonna move this out the way a little bit, man. So have you had the opportunity to go back to Detroit since you got out though?
No, I ain't been back.
So just fresh to the East Coast.
Yeah.
For the people tuning in who don't know, man, you went away, you know, and did some time in the feds for like around something like that. But prior to that, you had a buzzing music career, you know, and that kind of, I guess, knocked things off track. And since you got out, I think I saw you put out like an EP and some stuff here and there, but you ain't really went too heavy. So did that kind of knock you off course, like interest wise? Are you still passionate about making music?
See, here's the thing. I feel like the lane that I was in it died down. It's watered down now, so it's like it's not the same. Like, so if I come back out rapping about that again, it's gonna be like, man, he's still on this. You gotta elevate. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like, you gotta elevate. I don't want to come back rapping about killing and putting that negative energy in the universe. You know what I mean? It just don't feel the same. Like I told my people that on Instagram, I got music that I wrote in prison that I'm gonna release. But after that, I'm done with that. I don't want to do that no more.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I may record different songs, but not no drill shit. I know killing and all that. You know what I mean? I ain't know that no more. You know
Damn. So is that like did you just kind of change your mindset when you was locked up? Or
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
My mindset changed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I still fight with it daily. You know, I still, you know what I mean? Because I've been this way for so long. You know what I mean? It'd be kind of hard for me to like stay on some positive shit. You know what I mean? Dealing with, you know, just the world, period. You know what I mean? I motherfucker, you know what I mean? I be still getting on my body. You know what I mean? I got to catch myself. You feel me?
Day to day.
That's a fact. I got to catch me up.
I mean, well, on your project, the EP, I think you dropped it in May. I think the song Buster, you was like king of Detroit drill though.
Yeah.
So you still view yourself in that light, although you want to change the content.
Do I? You know what I mean? I do. You know what I mean? And you know, there's two more dudes who I put next to me. Yae Yae, Jordan, and Dex. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? Niggas can feel how they want to feel. You know what I mean? If y'all niggas want to, what y'all want to do, get some money together, think y'all can fuck with me, you can't fuck with me. When it's comes to shoot 'em up, bang, bang, nigga ain't talking like me, man. You know what I mean? Like, niggas nice, don't get me wrong, but niggas ain't talking like me. I don't give a fuck what they say. They ain't, you know what I mean? Ain't coming like that, man. Come on, man. Feel me? I've been doing this shit. That's how I feel.
And you started off like that. So when you first started rapping, before you built the buzz, was your content always the street oriented, violent?
Absolutely.
Raw? Ever
since I was 17, 16. I started rapping when I was 16. Same shit. I never was like, it was just me. This is what you get, you know what I mean? That's my lane. I just press that motherfucker. You feel me? That's my lane, man.
No, for sure, for sure. I mean, I want to ask you this before I get into it, because I definitely want to touch on like your musical influences and like the stuff you rapped about. I know you said you're gonna change the content up. I'm sure that's probably gonna be an adjustment for your, you know, your loyal day one fans. But and because you got a different delivery. That's what I always liked about you. Like sometimes the patterns, man, like it's simple but it's complex at the same time. It's kind of hard to describe it. But although the content is still street, but it's just the way you are presented on the songs. It's like a different approach you would take.
And see, and that's how I know you pay attention. You know something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I just like to like. I don't know exactly what you mean when you say that, but I know you probably mean like when sometimes I get to a point where I start playing words and I chop some shit up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like that's just I don't know. It's just like I don't like the rhyme. I forgot what it's called. I don't like to rhyme with one word all the time. Like so, I'm not gonna say car and then bar. You know what I mean? So I might be like the sig spill, your wig peeled, the kid. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I come with some shit like that. I want to rhyme. I go with two. I rhyme with two words instead of one because I feel like two. It's already simple anyway. Because you know Detroit people is like it's kind of already a little simple. So I want to go with two words instead of one. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. But I was gonna ask you like musically before I even get to that. I'm gonna jump around, man. But you mentioned like two other people you consider to be in that class when it comes to like King of Drill, man, in Detroit. You said Yae Yae Jordan and Dex Osama. Dex Osama, you know, obviously, you know, was fatally shot, taken out in Detroit. Yae Yae Jordan serving time, you know what I'm saying, for a murder, you know, currently fighting for his freedom. Did you have a relationship with both of those guys?
I met Dex the day we did 5-0. We had a scene at 5-0 when we had that big shootout.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, that's the only time I met him. I never met him again. We was talking about doing the song, but you know, unfortunately, he ended up getting killed. You know what I mean? But Yae Yae Jordan, I got ties to his block from Stunhard Ave. I used to live on Sussex. I had a house on Sussex, right off Puritan. You know what I mean? And I had one on Coyle. That's where they from. They from Coyle and shit. And I met all these people. But you know, Stemp, that was my man's, and that's like his family. You see what I'm saying? And that's the ties I got with Yae Yae Jordan. But I never got a chance to meet him. He was already gone. You know what I mean? When I came around.
Yeah. You know? Do you feel like looking at both of these situations that's pretty much just living what you rapping about, or just victim of circumstances? You can't like do both with the rap and the, you know.
Yeah.
The other life.
And I feel like they was young. They young and they was high headed. You know what I mean? They some high headed dudes. You know what I mean? They really own this. This is what they do. They do this shit for real. You know what I mean? Especially Jordan. Jordan was a live wire. You feel me? But dude, like I think Dex should have had some people with him that can really, you know what I mean, help him and guide him. Cause he wasn't number 22 years old. You gotta look at this man had an old soul. He was 22 years old. Man. If he don't never tell you his age, you would never guess he's 22. You see what I'm saying? This man was 22 years old, man. Man, so he act like he fucking 35. You know what I mean? And, you know
even his voice, all of that.
Absolutely, his voice. He had like more of a West Coast back in the day. You know what I mean? Little vibe. That nigga was hard though. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga was hard.
Man, looking at that scenario, I mean, if you was in his corner, how would you, just hypothetically speaking, obviously you can't go back in time, how would you have kind of diffused the situation that night?
I ain't even gonna lie to you, I wouldn't even diffuse it. I'm gonna be real with you because the situation, okay, if we was in the club, okay, then I probably would try to talk to him. But once we got outside, fooling them already had their mind on killing them. You know what I mean? So what we would have did is laid on them. You know what I mean? We ain't got no choice but to lay on these niggas. This nigga's a real killer. I don't know the nigga personally, but dude was a killer. He from the east side. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, from what I heard, he had already just beat a body. I don't know how, you know what I mean? I heard he had already just beat a body, you know what I mean? And I guess it escalated too far to where he already had his mind on killing this nigga. You know what I mean? But if I could have diffused it in the club, I would have did it. But you know, once shit get too far, it's like, all right, fuck it, we had this on, we gone. And then you know, people got liquor in their system, they got drugs in their system, so people not thinking right. You know what I mean? But I'm always the nigga that be, I always pay attention, I always think. I put the plan down, like, Lord, look, we gonna do this, you know what I mean? We gonna do this. Instead of doing that, you know what I mean? Me personally, though, I would have burnt their ass, you know what I mean? No disrespect, I would have burnt their ass down soon as they came out. Ain't no reason to play now. It's already on, you feel me? It's already on. Either we gonna leave or we gonna burn these niggas' ass down. And then we possibly can still have a problem with these dudes later on. This dude a killer. You know what I mean? You never know. You know what I mean? But that's how I would have played that shit, I ain't gonna lie.
So the whole, like, the footage showing them shooting in the air and walking back and forth, then...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, whoever, like, the dudes that was with him, they shouldn't let him do no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that was planned, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just being real. Like, he played. He really played. Like, I'm being honest with you. Like, he played with his life. Like, what the fuck is you shooting in the air for? You know what I mean? Like, that, what the fuck that's gonna do? You know what I mean? Nah, you just showing nigga that you got a gun. You posing another threat. Like, this nigga got a gun too, so... What's gonna happen? This nigga killer. He wasn't playing. You see, if you look at the video and look at this nigga, he never played. He's looking like this. Like I think he had his arms behind his back at first.
His arm behind his
back.
And
he looking. He just looking. and he just up. You know what I'm talking about? And I think old girl threw him off too though, because she like kind of like said something or grabbed him or something, and then when she in that moment he up, and it was like the element of surprise. You know what I mean?
Reached over.
Absolutely, and that's the motherfucker. The element of surprise, the motherfucker. Yeah, it was over with, and I felt bad. I remember my man's called me 3 o'clock in the morning, like, man, they killed Dex. I was like, what? Man, that's crazy, man. But you know, niggas living that life, running around, doing what you doing. You know what I mean? That's how they come with this shit.
And you said y'all almost did a collab.
Absolutely, we almost.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Just imagine if y'all did like a tape together. It would have been a whole bunch of killing, but you know, it would have been
that's
some
a fact.
dope.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. But I feel like, me personally, I feel like for the city, he was really the one. You know what I mean? He was the one. He was the one. Like, he was the one. You know, you got me, Jordan, and you got him, but he was the one. Cause not only like I got a unique voice too. Like my voice and my delivery cool, but his voice is just like, huh, you know what I mean? Like he was the one though. He was on his way. Before I even got to where I was at, he was already going up. You know what I mean?
But I think all that happened in like a year or less than a year.
It did too, man.
That's the crazy thing about it. Like
Yeah,
he just took off like that and then got taken out like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
In his hometown though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
it's crazy because he got killed by a nigga at the club, and Jordan killed the nigga in the club. Or at the club or in the club. I don't know if he killed him in the club. That's what they say allegedly. He killed the nigga in the club. You know what I mean? Or at the club.
I mean, thinking about that situation, he said that a dude, like, I guess showed him a gun or something like that.
Right. So basically, like, it really was self-defense.
And it's reversed, too.
Yeah, absolutely. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you right. You absolutely right.
Because the dude showed the gun, allegedly.
Right.
And, you know, that happened then. It's footage, obviously, of Dex Osama, you know, with the gun and shooting in the air. And then, dude, like you said, sometimes people just ain't taking that too lightly. You know?
That's a fact, yeah.
But you said if you was in that situation, you wouldn't, or it wouldn't have been that situation.
Hell no.